So we have two sections within the branch. We have BMO. Um, we have services, which covers mass services and BMO, the buildings maintenance and operations strategic sourcing vehicle. And then we have products, and that covers mass products and the 4PL SIN. Each team is made up of procuring contract specialists and contracting officers, administrative contracting officers, and industrial operations analysts. As you can see, we have a vacancy for the PM position, Murray Snodderly. She retired at the end of last year, so we are hiring a new PM to backfill her position, and hopefully we will have someone in place in a couple of weeks. Before I move on to the next slide, I want you to please keep this chart right here in mind when I go over the next information. Excluding myself and the two supervisors, we have 15 contract specialists, and only 3 of these contract specialists serve as contracting officers that review and sign for other contract specialists. So they are doing double duty. Okay, next slide, Ethan. All right. So in each session, every time we have industry day, I try to be as transparent as possible. I get the calls, I get the emails. So in the previous slide, you saw how the sections are structured, who are in each section. Again, excluding myself, we have, the 15 contract specialists, and only 3 of them are signing COs. So we have a pretty heavy workload. We still have 6 months remaining in FY 22. And as of February the 28th, the total number of offers is 183. And mods, which are the vendor initiated mods, they are roughly around 1,060 mods that we have. So as you can see, from FY 22 and FY 21, we have exceeded the number of offers that we have processed. So we still have 121 offers that we need to process that are open right now. So we have exceeded. So we will probably, oh goodness, we're busy, as you can see. So modifications are, half of probably 39, 40 mods, less than half of what we did last year this time. So again, we are pretty busy. So I just ask you to continue to be patient with us. Teresa did go over, all the new hires that we have. But of course, there's a learning curve that comes along with new hires. We are continuing to backfill some positions that we have vacant. So, hopefully, we're a strong group, as Teresa said, but, we are working to be even stronger than we are. So again, I just ask you that you remain patient with us. And if you need any actions prioritized and, as a priority, please contact your contracting officer, your contract specialist. You can contact me or one of the supervisors in order to work with you to get some actions processed. Okay, next slide. All right, so some of the mass happenings. The Interact notice was posted yesterday for the upcoming Mass Refresh 10. Hopefully everyone is signed up to Interact, and I will talk about that a little later, but hopefully you are signed up to Interact and you are receiving the notifications. So it looks like the webinar is planned for March the 17th. So please attend so you can, listen to all of the changes that are happening in the next refresh. So for our offerings for industrial products and facilities, we do have a couple of changes that are coming about. Aletha will go more into the facilities change, but I did want to touch on it a little bit. So the smart building SINs, right now we have two smart building SINs. It is 541513 and 56210 SB. These SINs will be combined and the title will be Smart Buildings Integration. I won't go into it too much, but again, I just wanted to, bring it up because I did send emails out to all the vendors that are awarded both SINs just to inform everyone of the change that is coming about in the next refresh. I sent my final email, well, I will probably send one more. I sent an email over the weekend to those contractors that still had not submitted their modification prior to the February 25th response date. So out of the list of contractors that I did email, we still have about 15 contractors that still do not have 561210 SB awarded to the contract. So just as a reminder, you have to get modifications in to add 561210 SB. 541513 will be removed in the next refresh. And if you only have 541513 awarded to your contract will no longer be visible on eLibrary. So you want to make sure that you have the appropriate SINs. So if you have questions or you're not quite sure if you need to add, the 561210 SB SIN, please contact your contracting officer so they can assist you. Okay. Next slide. Oh, kind of lost my place here. Okay. All righty. So the other change that is happening, I'm not going to go into the 4PL SIN. This is more so just a reminder. So just remember that we do have the 4PL SIN available. It is not under the industrial products category. It is under miscellaneous, but we do manage that SIN. Right now we have 6 contractors awarded. We have 2 small contractors and 4 other than small. So definitely look into adding this SIN to your contract if you are able. So there's a slight change in the description. And as you can see, it's bolded. We did only have, entrusted to GSA, and now we have entrusted to GSA and other ordering agencies. And so this will only apply if those agencies are able to hold up a 4PL store. Okay, next slide. All righty, so this is the UEI. I won't go into this slide too much. So basically the SIN, the DUNS number is switching to UEI as of April the 4th. So as of February the 28th, contractors, they have started to begin to use their unique entity ID in SAM, and catalogs can then be submitted through SIP and EDI using your, I am so sorry, an EDI using your UEI. I believe all of our contractors are switched over. We did have 3 contractors that experienced some issues, but I think as of last week, everyone has switched over. So thank you guys for, switching over to UEI. Okay. Next slide. All right, so the new Interact So definitely make sure you are registered for Interact. If you have used Interact in the past, you know it wasn't the easiest platform to navigate. So they have updated it. And it will be a single sign-on. And if you have used GSA Advantage, eBuy, and Acquisition Gateway, you are able to log in without an additional password. And so just a little plug, if you have a contract, you should have an IFS 600 contract price list. And if it is not updated to eLibrary, you will not receive any eBuy notifications with opportunities. So definitely make sure you are keeping your IFS 600 contract updated and posted. The biggest thing with the new Interact system is it will be easier to filter and search for different content that you're interested in. So definitely make sure you register for facilities, category management, BMO, and training. So there's several different communities that you can sign up for. So definitely, check out the new Interact system and register for some of those communities so you don't miss out on any notices or opportunities that may be posted. Okay. Okay. All right. So new vendor support center. So hopefully you have checked out the new vendor support system. It went live December 2021. If you remember the old site, it was very busy. There was a lot of information. So it's been simplified and it's a pretty clean looking site, very easy to navigate. I believe that, the change came about. There was an RFI that was posted to Interact. Again, you got to make sure you register for Interact and to get information on some key improvements that were needed. So some of the improvements were site navigation, help desk availability, and plain language. Again, make sure that you are connected to Interact in those different communities so you don't miss out on any of the changes and you don't miss out on having the ability to provide feedback on any changes that are coming about with systems or your contract. Next slide. Okay, so vendor product portal, VPP. So VPP was introduced in Refresh 9. The VPP is a manufacturer and wholesaler facing portal containing authoritative product content, including standardized manufacturers' names, part numbers, and specifications, including images, product videos, PDF products for commercial off-the-shelf products. So if a manufacturer is a VPP participant, no letters of supply is required. We will utilize available VPP data we will utilize available VPP data to verify that a company is authorized to sell proposed products and has access to an unlimited, uninterrupted source of supply. The supplier authorization data in VPP is authoritative and takes precedence over all other evidence to include letters of supply. If the manufacturer is not a VPP participant, the letter of supply must be provided. Failure to provide an acceptable letter of supply may result in non-award or removal of any items from the contract. So we will continue to use the 4P tool also provides us the 4PP information. We will send you the information if anything is not in line with the 4PP, if the manufacturer's names are not correct, part numbers, anything is not correct, we will ask you to update that information, or you will be required to remove it from your contract. So the 4PP, it increases buyer satisfaction and decreases the burden of contractors managing, multiple letters of supply. So continue to, make sure your items are validated. Okay, next slide. All right, so as a reminder, your 20-year contract, you can submit a new offer for another 20-year contract at any time during your contract period. So as a reminder, make sure you submit your new offers. If you are approaching your last option period, which is your last 5 years, you should have a new offer in-house now. We have several contractors that are, have about two years left on their contract, and they still have not submitted new offers. So definitely look at your performance period and submit those offers. Again, if you're not 100% sure if an offer is needed, definitely contact your contracting officer and they can assist you. So as a reminder, if you do not have BPAs or open orders, once you submit your offer and it's awarded for the next 20 years, your current contract will be canceled. Aletha will go into more about phase 3. If you have multiple contracts, if you have multiple contracts, should you consolidate those contracts or submit a streamlined offer in order to get a new contract with all the SINs that you currently have awarded to that one contract? So again, make sure that you talk to your contracting officer so they can assist you. Okay, so to round this up, always end with the same information. Keep your contract information up to date. Any changes, no matter how small, will likely result in modification of your contract. The link is here to the modification guideline. I think Aletha will go a little bit more into the modification guideline, but if you have any questions, as I always say, make sure you reach out to your assigned contracting officer or contract specialist and they can assist you. You can also find your person, your contracting officer or contract specialist on the new VSC website. You can even find them on eLibrary. So if you go to eLibrary, you just search for your company name and click on it, and it will show you who your assigned contracting officer is. And then there are some good resource information under this last bullet. It goes into, Interact again, make sure you register for Interact, your pre and post award information, whether you are submitting a streamlined offer, it will kind of walk you through that pre-award process. And for post award, you have your modification. It tells you who your IOAs are. So there's a lot of information in that resource tabs to connects you to training opportunities. So just make sure that you are utilizing the resources for the industry partners. So again, just please keep your contract up to date. If you have questions about anything, you can contact me, you can contact one of the supervisors or your assigned contracting officer. And that's it. I think that's it. Yep. That's it. Do I have any questions?
There are no questions. Thank you.